There is a battle between the two parties of heaven and hell every day, more than ever before. The devil, in a quest to win the souls of the world to damnation, is in a rage with war against Christ and the Church and Jesus' followers. Whether you like to acknowledge it or not, there is a tempestuous storm coming, and there is no way around it. This battle is called the Great Controversy and has been going on for over 6,000 years throughout Earth's history. It all began in heaven when the devil was once the reigning cherub in the Holy of Holies in heaven's throne. He was adorned in all the most precious jewels and was perfectly created in all his ways. None were closer to God in his creation, and he was filled with pride in all his beauty. Nonetheless, he was a created being and not God. He became prideful in the belief that he was made perfect by God above all things. This made him think he did not need the commandments of God's laws and that he could not sin as he was perfect. But God is love and will always bless his creation with the freedom of liberty to make their own decisions, whether they may be good or bad. He has given us the right to choose between right and wrong, and we are not made like robots with no free will. The devil started to see Jesus, the Son of the Father, as equal to himself. But Jesus is not a created being. In his wicked belief that he was equal to God, he spoke blasphemy to the angels in heaven, saying that he was going to be like the Most High. But God warned him that he must not let his pride and arrogance allow iniquity to take hold of his heart. When it was found in him, he told all the angels in heaven to do away with God's law and follow him, for he is perfect. This was the first lie, the origin of sin. Sin is the transgression of God's law, and the wages of sin is death. The devil had been so good in his lie, as he was the most beautiful of all the created angels, that he managed to deceive half of the host in heaven. But when God came to stamp out his rebellion against him and his Godhead, some of the angels chose to stand back with God and his law, keeping all his most high ways. Thus, only 1/3 of the angels remained in rebellion against God's laws. So there was a war of words and academics in heaven, and God allowed this democracy and these intuitions to be displayed in the universe, as all the elders of the other realms in the universe watched this great controversy proceed. God is a good and just God, and will give everyone a chance to plead their case and be heard on the grounds of freedom of speech and expression. God is the God of love and a gentleman. He will not impose his decision on anybody or intrude on any person who is not willing to accept him as their master. This great battle between Christ and Satan has always been about the law of God and whom you shall serve. It's all about worship. God knows all things. He knows what is best for you, me, and everything in existence from the beginning to the end. He will warn us of what we must do for the best of our lives, but we must choose. God will never force us to be humble or faithful. This is something we must choose collectively and individually. Give honor and praise because God is just and true. We must love God because God first loved us.